The film Out of My Mind tells the powerful and emotionally layered story of Melody Brooks, an exceptionally intelligent 6th grade girl living with cerebral palsy. Melody is nonverbal, uses a wheelchair and has limited control over her body, but her mind is extraordinary. She has a photographic memory, a deep love of learning, and a sharp, witty inner voice. From the very beginning, the film places the audience inside Melody's perspective, allowing viewers to hear her thoughts even though the people around her cannot. This contrast between her rich inner life and the way the world treats her forms the emotional core of the story. Melody lives with her parents Diane and Chuck Brooks and her younger sister Penny. Diane is a devoted and fiercely protective mother who constantly battles school administrators, insurance companies, and social systems to ensure Melody receives the support she deserves. Chuck, while equally loving, tries to bring lightness and humor into Melody's life, often joking with her and treating her as normally as possible. Penny, energetic and outspoken, loves her sister but sometimes struggles to understand the attention Melody requires. Their home is full of love but also exhaustion, frustration, and the unspoken fear of what Melody's future will look like in a world that rarely makes room for her. A central figure in Melody's life is Mrs. V, her outspoken and no-nonsense neighbor. Unlike many adults who treat Melody with pity or excessive gentleness, Mrs. V challenges her. She encourages independence, refuses to talk down to her, and insists that Melody participate in life as fully as possible. Mrs. V becomes a source of strength for Melody, helping her believe that her thoughts matter and that her disability does not define her worth. At school, Melody's experience is far less empowering. For years she has been placed in a special education classroom known as H5, housed in a separate trailer behind the main school building. The classroom environment is stagnant and repetitive, focused on basic skills that Melody mastered long ago. Her teacher, Mrs. Billups, is kind but uninspiring, repeating the same lessons year after year with little expectation of growth. Melody is painfully aware that she is capable of much more, but she has no way to express it. She compares herself to intellectually gifted cartoon characters who are trapped by systems that refuse to recognize their abilities. The arrival of Catherine Ray, a graduate student studying inclusive education, marks a turning point. Catherine quickly notices Melody's intelligence and becomes convinced that she does not belong in a self-contained classroom. She proposes an inclusion program that would allow Melody to attend a mainstream 6th grade class for part of the day. While Diane is initially hesitant, worried about bullying and emotional harm, Melody makes her desire clear in the only way she can at the time, refusing to eat and emotionally withdrawing until her parents understand that she wants more from life. Melody begins attending Mr. Dimming's 6th grade history class with Catherine as her aide. From the start, the experience is uncomfortable. Mr. Dimming is not malicious, but he is unprepared and visibly uneasy. He suggests Melody sit in the back of the classroom, unintentionally reinforcing her separation. Catherine moves her to the center, instead symbolizing the fight for true inclusion. Melody's classmates react with a mixture of curiosity, discomfort, and cruelty. Some students whisper or stare, while others, particularly Claire and her friends, openly mock Melody and treat her as an inconvenience. Despite these challenges, Melody thrives academically. Early on, Mr. Dimming gives a pop quiz asking who discovered America. While most students give the expected answer, Melody uses her limited communication tools to identify Leif Erikson, stunning the class. For the first time, her intelligence is undeniable. While not everyone is convinced, this moment plants a seed of respect among some classmates, including Rose, a quiet and thoughtful girl who begins to show Melody kindness. A major breakthrough comes when Melody receives a MediTalker, a sophisticated speech-generating device that allows her to communicate by selecting words and phrases. The device is expensive, and Diane must fight relentlessly with insurance companies to secure it, staging protests and refusing to leave offices until the paperwork is approved. When the MediTalker finally arrives, it transforms Melody's life. For the first time, her family hears her voice. One of the most emotional moments occurs when Melody uses the device to warn her father that his pet fish has jumped out of its tank, proving that her thoughts are immediate, perceptive, and deeply human. This moment brings her family to tears and solidifies their belief that Melody's voice deserves to be heard everywhere. With her new ability to communicate, Melody grows more confident. She begins to advocate for herself in class and form tentative friendships. Rose becomes her closest ally, studying with her and slowly understanding that Melody's cerebral palsy affects her body, not her mind. Melody explains that the hardest part of her disability is not the physical limitation but the way people look at her with pity, fear, or discomfort. These moments highlight the emotional weight Melody carries every day. When tryouts for the Whiz Kids, the school's academic quiz team, are announced, Melody immediately wants to participate. The team is highly competitive and prestigious, and joining it would mean recognition of her intellect on equal footing with her peers. Mr. Dimming and other staff members are hesitant, worried about Melody's physical needs and the pressure of competition, but Melody insists. Her parents support her, believing that she has earned the right to try. The tryout consists of a demanding written test, and Melody achieves a perfect score, answering every question correctly. Instead of celebrating this unprecedented achievement, school officials react with suspicion. Mr. Dimming and others imply that Catherine may have helped Melody or that a mistake was made in grading. The idea that a nonverbal student with cerebral palsy could outperform everyone else is difficult for them to accept. Diane and Chuck confront the administration, demanding fairness and accountability. Eventually, the evidence is undeniable and Melody is added to the Whiz Kids team. Melody's inclusion on the team is not smooth. Rose is moved to alternate status to make room for her, causing tension and resentment. Some teammates treat Melody awkwardly, unsure how to interact with her, while others are openly annoyed. Melody becomes painfully aware that being included on paper does not mean being accepted in practice. She is often left out of conversations and social moments, reinforcing her sense of isolation. Despite this, Melody excels during practices and competitions. Her knowledge and composure make her an invaluable team member. The Whiz Kids advance to the regional finals, which are televised and offer a chance to qualify for the national championship in Washington, D.C. On the day of the competition, Melody feels overwhelmed and anxious, sensing the weight of expectations and the fear of being judged. Diane comforts her, acknowledging how difficult it is to live in a world not designed for her body. Melody reassures her parents that she is ready. The regional competition is intense and closely matched. Melody answers question after question, correctly contributing significantly to the team's score. The match ends in a tie, leading to a lightning round where each team must choose one representative. Although some teammates worry about how it will look to send Melody on stage alone, they ultimately choose her because she has the highest score. In a dramatic head-to-head showdown, Melody answers the final question correctly, securing victory for her team and earning a place at the national championships. The triumph is short-lived. While traveling to Washington, Melody and her parents face a series of accessibility obstacles, including broken elevators and airport delays. Despite rushing, they miss the flight while the rest of the team boards and departs without her. Melody is devastated, feeling once again excluded despite having earned her place. The emotional toll of the experience weighs heavily on the family. Back home, tensions explode during a chaotic argument, resulting in Penny being injured. Although Penny is ultimately okay, the incident forces the family to confront their exhaustion, fear, and guilt. Chuck realizes that in his efforts to protect Melody, he has sometimes failed to truly listen to her. He apologizes, promising to stop fighting her battles for her and instead support her in speaking for herself. This moment marks a turning point for Melody. When she returns to school, she confronts Mr. Dimming and her classmates. Using her Medi-talker, she delivers a powerful speech about exclusion, explaining that while barriers are part of her life, shutting her out is a choice others make. She refuses to be pitted or ignored and asserts her right to remain in mainstream classes. Her words are honest, emotional, and impossible to dismiss. The film ends with Melody firmly claiming her place in the classroom and in the world. She embraces her voice regardless of how it sounds and reminds everyone that intelligence, dignity, and worth are not defined by physical ability. Her journey is not about being inspirational for overcoming disability, but about being recognized as equal, capable, and deserving of belonging. Through Melody's eyes, the film challenges audiences to rethink assumptions, confront systemic exclusion, and truly listen to voices that are too often ignored. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.